Woof woof! Hey guys, it's me, Marcus. I'm back with my beautiful co-host / YouTube husband, none other than Mr. Adam himself, Comic Bound. Thank you for joining me.
Thanks for having me. How's it going?
Yeah, no problem. These happen. Like, honestly, there is no MDC without you, because I do in how quickly months go. So it's only because of you that this is happening at the moment. But for anybody who doesn't know, for anybody who hasn't read the title already, this is the MDC 7. Yes, we've done 7 of these already. I know you jumped in at number 2, so it's your 6th one with me. But obviously, this was all Adam's idea as well, so I have to give him 100% credit for it. But last couple of times that we've done an MDC, we've just had such a good time with the guests that we've had on. You know, people like BJ Cakes, Joachim's Comic Center. We've had the boys over from Comic Airways. We've had Dano's Comics. You know, that we end up getting distracted with the fact that you guys. So this episode, I've got a little bit of a quiz planned that hopefully you will enjoy. Adam doesn't know anything about it as well, so that should be fun. But yeah, we are just focusing on the comments where he just have a good time. It's the beginning of summer. And let's just have a drink. Let's have a good laugh. So, firstly, how's your summer going, Adam?
A bit too warm, if I'm honest. Like, I enjoy a bit of heat, but like, I'm a bit warm in this room. Not gonna lie. That's why I've got all the curtains shut and everything. It's a bit dark in here. I'm trying to like keep cool, but yeah, it's a bit warm. About you?
Yeah, I'm roasting my tits off. I wanted to go with a vest, but I've still got me lockdown fat, so I really didn't want to do it. Like, I just know that I'd end up getting memed when it's known, so I would have been like, I'd be one of those memes that everybody's like, "Who's that person?" But I like this meme. I like ripping into him. That'd end up being me. Let's have a look at some of the comments here. There's already been some people waiting. We've got none other than the astonishing Melanie in the chat, who recently finished reading Full Girl. So thank you for that as well. And Adam, you were speaking before the stream.
Yeah,
something got delivered today.
Yeah, I need to send a personal thanks to Melanie because it came today. And look, what perfect timing. This is my near mint condition t-shirt that somehow I managed to win on the live stream a few weeks back. Melanie was going over the spread shop that near mint condition have set up. And there was some giveaways and I never win anything. And I'm so happy. I like literally over the moon. Like I came into that stream and was like, that's a cool t-shirt because Omar was wearing this exact t-shirt. And I was like, oh, it's a shame I'll probably never get one. And then I won one. So yeah, thanks, Melanie. And Omar as well. But yeah, super happy it came today. Like that's just great timing.
That was perfect timing. It looks good as well. Like, I'm hopefully making some merchandise at the minute. I'm like, shit, I've got to step my game up now. Like, for fuck's sake, I'm not just cashing in.
It says, it's the channel for gifted viewers. And I'm literally a gifted viewer because this was a gift. So it's like, it's so perfect.
It's like Inception.
Yeah.
Who else have we got in the chat? We've got Bukayaya 619 saying, "Hey, Maddogg, woof woof, are you not watching the British GP? My dad's a Grand Prix guy, and admittedly, there's been so much just interference with this channel because of sport lately, because of the Euros. I know a lot of people have enjoyed it, so I'm not knocking it. I'm not a football guy though, so for me, it was just like, I can't do a stream whilst an England match is on. Like, nobody's going to be there. Like, so I don't watch the Grand Prix. But are you into any sports, Adam? Besides being a sportingly handsome young man.
Obviously, there's that. But after that, I used to watch a lot of ice hockey. But it's not as big in the UK. But I was quite into that when I was younger. But yeah, other than that, no. Like I've not followed football ever in my life, and I know that's like the biggest sport here. But yeah,
ice hockey's really interesting as well. When I used to work nights at my job, I got into the American sports, so that basketball and American football. Ended up watching quite a lot of, so I probably know more about that than it. Like, if you asked me to name 3 countries in the Euros, because I'm that bad at geography, I probably wouldn't be able to do it. Like, I am awful.
Same.
That one. But we've also got the collector here, eating that popcorn. Hopefully, it's sweet rather than salty. Although you know, I kind of like that one that's mixed.
I was always salty, but I'm salty about everything, so it probably explains it.
Steven's in the always the first one to go. He keeps beating me at commenting on my videos, so massive respect to him for that. And he also helped me to decide on if I should buy the Absolute Why the Last Man's yesterday. I'm not saying if I did or didn't. You're gonna have to wait. Watch the haul, guys. I'll tell you after, Adam.
Okay, good.
We've got Bath, who generously sent me a book that I've been looking for a while the other day. So massive thank you to you. And I'm going to pay it forward. So there's somebody that will get a book that they've been looking for, just, you know, free of charge, because Barath did the same for me. But again, you're going to have to wait till the haul to figure out that one. We were a little bit late. It's because I was trying to prepare Adam for his quiz that he's got no idea what it's about. Just whilst we are on that topic, though, Adam, what do you think I've got planned for you? Because you know how mischievous I am.
Something that's embarrassing, I imagine. Not that it takes a lot to embarrass me. Yeah, I honestly have no idea. Like, and we don't just say this to build the suspense. Like, he's literally not told me a thing, so it could be anything. I'm hoping it's at least comic related. But you never know.
Childhood memory.
Yeah, it could be.
All of them. Yeah. That's the correct answer for that one.
Could be. What is the credit card number and the 3 digits on the back? Like that. I honestly don't know.
Just tell me yours will be good. We've got Captain Makasu saying, let's go. Let's go. Exactly. It's Friday. It's the beginning of summer. It's the MDC, which hasn't happened for a while because I just kept getting the most excruciating eye pain every time I did a stream. So if the lighting's a little bit different, that's why. Honestly, I kept getting a pain like I was being... It felt like somebody was trying to slide a knife just behind my eye. So I had to take a little break from streams. But we're back. We've got none other as well. The chat just moved, so just bear with. We've got other as well than Cade Rippon, who has, I would genuinely say, the most underrated channel on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like, I'd probably say myself, actually. You know me, I'm very egotistical. but
you're getting quite rated now, though. So that's the problem. Cade's under... well, I rate you. I rate you very highly. You're my favorite channel. So
you're gonna be the one who does a 35-minute expose video on me. So I don't know what you're talking about. Like, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like,
I was recording all our pre-chat where you were slagging everyone off. Yeah, it's...
I slagged you off in that, though, so it's all good.
True, yeah. That's why I was recording it.
But, yeah, Cade's got this great series that he's started called Beyond the Page. And I believe a very handsome person gave him the title for that series. But, yeah, he's such a good guy who's always looking out for the channel. He's just a good guy, and he definitely will be. He will be on an MDC. I don't know if it's going to be 8 or 9, but I want him in the immediate future because he's just going to recently graduated as well in filmmaking. So he's got a lot going on at the minute. I'm not going to lie. We've got Zach saying woof woof. I was down in Birmingham recently as well. Zach's from Birmingham. So yeah. Barra said, hey to Adam. And it's nice to see you here. I wouldn't do these streams without you. Like, it's...
I'm part of the furniture now, aren't I? So yeah. Nice to see you.
I'd sit on you any day, yeah, you're right.
Maybe one day soon, you know.
Yeah.
It's Freedom Day on Monday, so anything could happen.
I've got like a little box of stuff that I've got to give you because just stocking up, and you're just like, yeah, save on postage and just give it me. It's like, mate, now I'm going to have to... I might post it you because it's going to be cheaper than the weight that it's going to add to my car for petrol. So
I never thought of that. And yeah.
I still haven't even told you what I got you for your birthday. Like, I've got you a genuine surprise in this box.
I can't believe you got me anything because you already did get me some... Well, it was... Yeah, I've got you something as retaliation, by the way. You don't know what it is. But
retaliation?
Yeah. And
is it a hug? Are you one of them where it's like, oh, do you know those people who like you get them a gift? It's like, your gift's a hug, and it's like, I just spent 30 quid on you.
Yeah.
Get a hug.
No, I'm stupid. I don't value my money, and I spend too much on anything that includes other people. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm the same. I can't tell you why it is, but I saw something dumb for Shadowcat the other day that I had to get. I'm gonna save it for a birthday because I'm one of them. I give people everything before the birthday, so then they've got nothing on the day, and then people say, "Oh, what did he get you?" And it's like, well, nothing on the day, but he doesn't hate me. Here's a good question from the astonishing Melanie. What are we drinking? What are you drinking, Adam?
$5 shake. Yeah, it's like it's an IPA, but it's got a really cool name. Obviously, Pulp Fiction reference, but like, yeah, doesn't taste like a milkshake. Maybe a little bit, but I've got like a lot of random different beers stacked up. Like every one of these is completely different. Like I have no idea what any of these are, but yeah, that's my little drinking stack for the night. So yeah, I've got like beer ADD apparently. I can't just focus on one drink.
I feel underprepared now because my main drink that I'm drinking in my these are my supervillain glasses. Like they look like what a supervillain would have. So I really like them. This is I'm going back to me heritage because I'm clearly the son of Ivan Drago. And this is a raspberry Russian vodka. I can't remember the brand, but it's a raspberry flavored and it's so nice. But with because I'm a bit chavvy. So there's that. And then nice. In my recently acquired Comic Airwaves mug, I've got water because it is really warm.
You know what? I just happened to have grabbed a water myself, and here's to the Comic Airwaves boys for keeping us hydrated on this very toasty day. So, yeah.
And great former guest of the MDC. Hopefully we can get them back as well at some point in the future. So we've also got the comic board saying, good day, gents. Thank you for joining us. I'd like to know how the weather is over there because it is roasting over here in the UK. And we've got none other than Mr. Yowkins Comic Centre. Of course we remember you. Like, I can't remember what book I was reading yesterday, but I remember you. Like, sent your message me, just. Of course I remember you, man. Kate saying vest. Buy my OnlyFans.
I knew that was coming.
Please. We've got Joblot of Comics, who was the first person who ever reached out to the channel. I love Louis over there. And those boxes are so good. You get such good value in them. Like, I can't recommend them enough. But he's saying woof woof. And thank you for joining us this Friday. Pizza time. The best line in the Raimi trilogy.
Oh. It's always pizza time. That's one of the things I always say. If you need to find out if I've been replaced by a squirrel, there are two questions you can ask me. One,
I know one of them.
Do you want pizza? Or two, do you want to watch Terminator 2?
I knew it was that one.
Yeah. If I say no to either of those, then you probably should just shoot me straight away because, yeah, I've been replaced by a squirrel.
I don't know if I could. It'd be like the end of like something like The Last of Us. I just wouldn't be able to do that. I'd just find a way. I'd find a way to survive with Skull Adam.
It'd be like the end of Shaun of the Dead, where I'm just living in your shed, and you come out every now and again and play PlayStation with me.
It's the only way I'd beat anyone at a game. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm so bad. I was playing Injustice the other day, and I am awful at that game. Like, my go-to is Green Arrow, and I just crouch and hit people with the bow because that's all I can do, and just hit them in the shin. I hit Doomsday in the shin to death. Like, it's the dumbest thing.
Something tells me that's his only weakness. Shins. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
But I wanted to start a TikTok that was going to be called like comic book deleted scenes, and there was going to be one. Like, the reason Pizza Time reminded me of that is, do you remember in Spider-Man 2 that scene where he's getting publicly sacked in the middle of the pizza restaurant? It was just going to be a cutaway to me just eating the pizza, and I just can't get enough of this drama. Like, day and
please,
just try talking. It's like, no, shush. And there's going to be
please,
one.
I want to see this now. You've said it live on air. Like you
Yeah.
have to follow through now. That's the rules, right?
So the OnlyFans is also a go.
Yeah, I mean,
I said
I
that
thought
on
it
here.
already was. If it wasn't, what have I been subscribed to for the past 6 months?
Best be Maddogg Comics at least. Like at least be subscribed to the channel that you're on. No, another one. Spoilers for WandaVision if you haven't watched it in the 3 months since it came out. But you know that scene at the end where everybody's sort of being restored and they're like, oh shit, like we're not in the 50s anymore. It was good. It was going to then cut to me, and I'm just like, oh shit, I'm late for work. And it cuts to the next day, and he's in an office with his boss, and he's like, okay, so let me get this straight. For the last 5 years, you were dusted by Thanos, so that's why you didn't come into work. And then you return all of a sudden, just one day. And, you know, I'm a fair boss. We give you your job back. And now the Scarlet Witch has kept you in a spell in the 1950s for 3 months. Okay, you're fired. Do you know what I mean? Just shit like that.
Yeah. It's always
Just
something with you, isn't it? Like,
yeah, like what's next? Are you going to get trapped in the multiverse? And there was going to be another one because I recently rewatched this. I got 4K for Blade, and it is still a great movie. But there's like security backstage, and it's like that beginning scene where it's like burn, and he's like, I'm going on break for 2 minutes, and then that's the scene where Blade comes in, and he comes back after his break, and he's like, oh shit, just like little 30-second things like that. I've been having that idea for a while, and I didn't know whether to try and just go for it.
Yeah, I would pay to see that. But just while you're on Blade, by the way, I've been really wanting to rewatch all the Blade films recently. I saw
Even
you got
3?
it in 4K, even 3, because now I know more. Like I haven't seen 3 since like when it came out, and now I know more about like all the behind the scenes like craziness that went on. Like apparently Wesley Snipes was just like,
yeah,
I'll turn up, but I'll refuse to even look at anyone. Like, and he was literally just so checked out the whole time. And I think it'd be really fun to watch it again, knowing all that went on behind the scenes. So
I'm not sure if you ever heard this, but you know, this spoilers for a film from 2005. But the last scene, do you know the scene where he's on the autopsy table in Blade 3 and you see his eyes open?
No, I can't remember it. I don't remember it very well at all.
You see him open his eyes, but Wesley Snipes refused to open them, so they literally had to CGI eyes on his eyelids. And he's like, why did you turn up? Just don't turn up. Like,
that's insane. Like, so it's reasons like that I want to watch it again. That sounds like a good time, like to me. Anyway, I love behind the scenes turmoil.
Yeah. We've got the Comics Caffin saying woof woof, thank you for joining us. We've got Lee Brown saying great to see you doing another live stream. I'm glad. I didn't know if like maybe I'd passed my moment with live streams and like maybe people didn't want to watch them anymore, but I'm really glad that Adam's here to join me. We've got William in the chat saying evening fellas. I'm more likely to be a manga guy than I'm a football guy, if I'm honest with you.
Yeah,
wink wink. Perfect Edition Comics is here saying, sup guys, sup lads, glad to see you both. It's good to see you as well. We want to get you on a future MDC as well. Bear with it. It's just lost where I was in the comments.
See, now every week I watch the Nerd Herd, and Dean always says this. He tries to follow the comments as they happen, and he's like, "Oh, it's jumped on me," and now you're just starting to sound like Dean. So it's funny. Shout out to Dean. I wish
I sounded like him. He sounds like he's actually gone through puberty. I still sound like me when I was about 8. And I'm woofing at people with this childish voice. The thing is, I got into a bit of Instagram like debate with somebody that was like, "Why'd you call yourself the Maddogg? You sound like a child." I was like, the biggest guy on YouTube is called Mr. Beast, and he's the nicest guy on the. Do you know your name? You define your name. Your name doesn't define you. But Comics vs. the World was in the chat as well, saying, evening, gents. Good to see you both. I'll stick around for a little and then catch up with the rest later. We hope you enjoy it, and I really hope you enjoy the quiz, which once I'm caught up on comments, Adam is in for it.
I've been really nervous about this. Everyone keep commenting, so he just never catches up. Please, just
don't be. I know the time. I know when I'm going to start doing it.
Okay.
Zelos, don't be nervous for it at all, man. It's something that's up your street, hopefully.
Okay,
And if not, you'll know why there's not an MDC 8. Zealous Irving said, so glad I could tune into this live this time. I always seem to miss your stream. I'm glad we didn't miss you this time, at least. SCC, our boy, is in the chat. Completely saved me last month with the scalped books. Absolutely loved.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm so jealous. Like, I'm so jealous. I've got book 1, and I slept on those a little bit too long, and it just became impossible. And I was like, I saw them pop up on your haul. I was like, man, why didn't SCC sell those to me?
You're gonna try and get them in the divorce. You're like, no, you can keep book 1. I just want to. I'm reasonable.
I'll have 2 to 5, please. It's fine. You can have 1. Although, I'm sure that happened recently as well. Another thing, didn't you get the Sweet Tooth books, or you had them on your shelf at some point? I saw an Instagram photo of them. Have you got the deluxe hardcovers of them?
Yeah, I got them when they came out, and like I remember they were available for so long, and then the show came out, and
they're my other Vertigo regret, where I slept on them too long as well. In fact, I had the trade paperbacks. I sold them maybe about a year ago, going, I'll get the hardcovers at some point soon now. Now I've sold them. And I didn't. I don't know why.
I think might happen, I know obviously they just came out with a compendium, but there's that Sweet Tooth The Return series. I think after that an omnibus might happen.
Hope so.
Why wouldn't there be? For me, I know obviously it's really well loved. I'm not knocking the series itself. I'm saying like position within time. Why is 100 Bullets getting an omnibus now instead of stuff like Sweet Tooth? 100 Bullets, give it an omnibus, but why now when you could give Sweet Tooth an omnibus? 100 Bullets is supposed to be getting a TV show eventually, so you can print that later on down the line and still probably do just as well with it. Sweet Tooth, the hype is there now. DC into, I don't know why I'm saying this.
True, yeah. Say no more.
Kate said, you two are my favorite comic channels. I need to give you a list of other comic channels because I'm not my favorite comic channel. Like, I'll give you a list. Adam's on that list. But
I hardly do anything. Like, I'm hardly even a comic channel. So, you know, you're obviously not on YouTube a lot.
It's because he's making good videos all the time.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing.
I'm just trying to catch up on comments. Because I really want to get this quiz on. Kami P says, hey guys, how we doing this afternoon? How are you doing, Adam?
Warm, like I said, but I've got beer, so it's becoming less of a problem the more I'm drinking. So I'm all right.
Drink responsibly.
Yes. You need that going along the banner at the bottom as well, a little addition. I
don't have a discount code for Drink Responsibly, so I'm not going to promote them. The next MDC, I'm like, hey guys, today sponsored by Drink Responsibly.
I'll turn up in a Dare t-shirt one day.
Yeah. It's like, there's a channel I really like, and he just does sort of like the rise and fall of YouTubers, because I like watching documentary type stuff like that so that I can hopefully eventually do it for creators. And then one day he's like, today guys, I'm sponsored by A1 Sex Toys. And I'm like, what? I'm like, who's watching this guy in his bedroom and gone, I could need a new vibrator? Like, who's...
I mean, when the moment hits you, man, like, you don't know where you're going to be, do you? Like...
K-Park said, Woof Woof being used in the code on organic price books. The no tax makes a big difference. Thank you for using it. It does greatly help the channel. And I'm putting that money towards hopefully getting a merchandise line. I'm getting like designs done by somebody who can actually draw that's not me. Because honestly, one day I will show you the concept art for what I did. And it's the most demonic shit you have ever seen in your... It's nightmare inducing. The ones that I drew.
That sounds more like what I want on a t-shirt though. So can we do like a limited edition variant version where I can just have like a t-shirt of the OG Marcus design? Because that, I'd love that.
Bro, that's what I'm doing. I'm putting the idea on people. I'm doing. Maybe one day I'll let people see, but I don't know. Merchandise is a little bit... I just want to bring a good product. Like, I literally want merchandise that people who don't watch the channel would gladly wear, because like there's gonna exactly, like almost set the bar. Like I've got competition now, so please create the TikTok and the OnlyFans. Done. Just bear with. Greg's in the chat saying, "What's up, guys? Glad to have you here." He's been supporting the channel for so long. Like, thank you. We've also got Paul, who's supported the channel. He's also recently started using organic price books. So, thank you for. Andy's got such a cute dog, and
I love his icon. It's the best.
I might need that dog as a model for the merchandise. SEC roasting you. If you were more active on IG, you potentially could have been more.
I'm such an old man. Like, I just it took me ages to even get on Instagram. Like, and then I was like, okay, I've got a channel. I'll go on Instagram, and I just didn't understand it. And it was like one of those, like dad turns up at a disco thing where you're just like, what the hell is this? I was like, I didn't understand it. And then I finally figured out how it all worked. And then I got sick of it. And I've literally just had like a 2 or 3 week break from it. Yeah. I've not been on in weeks. Like, I'm getting old, man. So yeah.
No one's getting younger, so
apparently. So missed out on them scalps.
To be fair though, I felt so bad because I was like struggling to reply back because I was waiting until I got paid. And then one day I was like, I paid, where am I sending this money? Because I didn't want to lose him, but I just wanted to wait till I got paid. So he was such a good dude in that transaction. If you ever get a chance to buy from SEC, I definitely recommend it. Except for if I want it, then please don't. So, Esteban with a very generous super chat. Thank you for that. It's greatly appreciated. Like I said, it's going towards hopefully bringing new stuff to the channel. So all donations, all money from the channel, and using the discount code just helps the channel. Like, I just want to eventually have the best channel that I can have. Like, I don't want you guys to see me in 4K because I'm fucking gross, but I've used it to upgrade the microphone, to stop pirating Premiere Pro, because honestly, like, my luck was running out. But he says, love your energetic attitude on your vids and chats and your great funny approach. The world needs more like Maddogg. Everyone hit like. Thank you for that. It does mean a lot, because I even said it to Adam before we clicked live that I was like, everybody comes on YouTube to have a good time. I don't want anybody to ever have a bad time as a result of one of my videos. I wish I had the energy of OmniNation Comics.
Oh,
like,
my
God.
Yeah.
He recently did a stream with Joachim, but honestly, like, he makes me feel like, do you know how you were just like, oh, I feel old? I'm like, wow, he's got so much energy. I need a nap. Like, I just realized how tired I am. Like, he's got such a love for life. Like, I love watching his videos. And I normally have to watch everyone else's video. Every video on YouTube, I have to watch on either 1.25 or 1.5. Him, I'm like 0.75 because the energy is just so alive in his videos.
Yeah, massive props to OmniNation. He's a good dude, and yeah, he makes me tired watching him. It's the old man in me though. So
honestly, if hopefully we could get him on an MDC. But oh my God, we need.
I'll be exhausted after that. Yeah, I mean, I'd love to have him on though. I love his attitude. He's great. He loves comics. I mean, I just watched his room tour. It's the best room tour video I've ever seen, and it's just his enthusiasm for all the stuff he's got, and just comics, and just the hobby in general. It's incredible. So yeah, go check that out, and give him a subscribe. He's great.
Like, we'd have to be tactical when we have that stream so that we could time it when we know he should be asleep. Because that's the only way we're going to be able to do it fairly.
I don't think he does sleep. He's got like 10 jobs. Yeah. Like, he runs a YouTube channel. Like, he honestly, like,
and he's an uncle. Like, he dedicates a lot of time to his niece. Like, what I like is I like channels like him and BJ and Omar when like we always think we're dead busy. But then there's a channel that comes along that makes you go, you know what? I can do more. And I like when those channels, when I get to watch those channels and interact with those channels, and I like learning from them. So I'd love to have OmniNation Comics on one day. Not sure if he's watching at the minute, but if he is, this one's for you.
Definitely.
Oh, the astonishing Melanie just gave us a very, very generous super chat. Thank you for that. For your random beer, we like Country Boy Cougar Bait. Have you heard of that one?
I've never heard of it, but again, I just drink my beer by rolling a dice, apparently. So my beer drinking is clearly sponsored by DC and their logo department. Yeah.
The other day as well, she sent me a picture. I'm always jealous of American supermarkets. Like, I'd get lost in there. I'd need a good 4 days to do a food shop in America. But she sent me the Post-it note aisle because I absolutely love plotting my books with Post-it notes so that I can see where the scenes go. And if it makes sense, and if a storyline actually has a beginning, a middle, and an end, or if it's not being featured enough. She sent me the Post-it note selection. I was like, I'm getting a green card. I'm finally marrying BJ Kicks, and I'm getting it. I'm getting that green card. I'm moving to America.
Hang on, like, they have a whole aisle of Post-it notes. Does it? You said Post-it note aisle.
Oh, I probably just meant it was a massive. It could have been an aisle, but it's a massive section. Like, how was it? You go to Tesco, it's just like one row, and it's very limited.
Packet. Like, yeah. Like, what?
It's open because somebody comes in and just takes a few Post-it notes off the top. Like, yeah, exactly. Our grocery / general merchandise store is half a mile if you walk the circumference. Like, I saw one called Albertsons, and they make fresh cakes in store. Oh my God, you need to look at it. Like, it looks so good. And the thing is, I've gotten really big into my coffee drinking, but we don't really have coffee creamer over here. Whereas them, they are just like, oh yeah, it's birthday cake flavored coffee creamer. I'm like, we don't even have the original. Like, come on.
America fascinates me. I've never been. I'd love to go, just for like the food and stuff. Like that. Yeah, that's on my bucket list, basically.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go there, and I'm gonna go over and just get really, really fat and come back with like tons of cheap omnibuses, and yeah, that would be a dream come true.
Here's a good question, and we can also plug what we've got upcoming, Adam. So that's why I'm choosing this one.
Okay.
McPuffin Muffin. I said it right that time. I got so tongue-tied the first time that I said that, but it's okay if you're late. Like, we're still here. What are you guys reading now? Me and Adam and myself are currently reading the same book, aren't we? I don't have it time, so he's gonna have to show you.
There we go. It's not got the name on it. I've took the dust jacket off because I'm not a heathen, and I do that when I'm reading them. But yeah, it's Harleen, which is my second time. I believe it's your first time reading it. Is that right?
Yeah. I kept intending to read it. I'm currently also reading Why the Last Man again.
Yeah.
And oh my God, that series is better than I remembered it being. Like, I read that when I was 16, when I was at my first job, and I remember crying on the bus home from work. And everybody thought it was because my shift was that awful, but no, it was the book. But because that's such a big series, I wanted to read something in the middle so that I could still get a review out to you guys. So what I'm going to do a review for Harleen when I finish it. And then Adam and myself over on his channel. So make sure you subscribe because there's a link in the description down below. Are going to do a buddy read where we... Actually, it's your format. Do you want to explain it?
Oh, I've only loosely worked it out. That's why I haven't done one yet. But like, yeah, I'm going to have us basically score the book on different categories and then give it an overall score, and then see if basically the sum of its parts adds up, if you get what I mean. So you might score it for art, story, plot, whatever. And then at the end, if you give it a total, and then work out the average and see if it actually adds up to your overall score. That's kind of my plan. So yeah, be the first time I've done it, but I'll tweak it if it works. If it doesn't work, sorry.
Omnibody's in the chat as well. Thank you for joining us. I was astounded by this one right here. Farhan said, it's 2 a.m. in Malaysia. Thank you for joining us. Like, I hope it's worth staying up for. This quiz I've been bigging up, and now I'm like, you have way overhyped this, Mark. It's like, you've got one idea.
Farhan as well. I just got to give a shout out to Farhan because he's on like every live stream. Like I watch a lot of live streams here and there, and he's always on there. And I'm like, do you ever sleep? And he's always like, yeah, it's like 3 a.m. here. Oh, it's 5 a.m. here. It's like, yeah, like I think the guy just literally just hangs around in every live stream on YouTube. So thanks for showing up, mate, and thanks for the recommendations. He's full of good recommendations as well. Anyone who's looking for something good to read, yeah, ask Farhan. He's a good dude.
We've also got Ben Uncles in the chat saying woof woof, listening to the chat on my way home from work. Adam's the one with the best voice. If you like, if anybody else was just listening and you need the faces, Adam's the one with the nice voice. I'm the one that sounds like a dog that's just running about the place, going amok, which kind of literally a mad dog. So,
fitting.
Okay, are you ready for your quiz that could either be good or an absolute horrific failure? Okay, down you.
Nearly. Hang on, let me just. Okay, now I'm ready.
Okay, so this is as a result of us going on the Dawn of Comic Quizzes monthly quiz, which honestly, if you guys have not watched that, that was one of the best times I've ever had in doing YouTube. Like the amount of work, like I love what all the Nerd Herd Club are doing, and the amount of work that goes into like the Nerd Herd Club and Comic Airwaves. And then you've got the quiz. Shane does the quiz single-handedly as well. And he does it once a month. And he gets up to 10 channels. And he gives us all different categories. It's kind of like Taskmaster, but for comics. And, you know everybody who's on there, unlike Taskmaster, when you're like, I'm going to have to Google people. Because it's all people from the community that you've watched. So it's, honestly, I had such a good time. I did get a little bit annoyed when I felt a little bit cheated. I'll let that slide. But this quiz that I'm doing is kind of me paying my respect to that. So this is real or fake. And no, I'm not just going to show you boobs. Please laugh, or else I'm going to get exposed.
You can do that afterwards. It's fine.
Yeah, they are mine and they are real. But this is real or fake. So what it's going to be, I'm going to give you a title. And you have to tell me if it's a real title that got published or is it a fake one that I've just made up.
Cool.
The topic. Okay. Can you guess what the... I'm not just going to do anything throughout history. So what do you think it's going to be? I'll give you a clue. It's my jam.
Oh, New 52. Okay.
Yes.
There we go. Yeah.
During the New 52 era, it's not just first wave. So the stuff that came later could also appear in this.
I dropped out of comics probably around the halfway point of the New 52. So there's a lot of the tail end of the New 52 I'm really not familiar with. So that's perfect. So yeah, it should work well.
Well, hopefully as well, you can see how great I am at creating titles that actually sound real, because some of these I've done deliberately to sound stupid. Some wrote themselves.
Right.
So are you ready to play? Are you hyped?
I'm ready. I'm hyped.
Okay. So I need to get my list. I've literally spent a day just creating dumb. There's a maximum of 30 because I didn't want it to be like 4 hours long of me just going Wonder Woman. And you go, real. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to tell you how many are real or how many are fake as well.
Okay.
But the first one, is this real or fake? Join in as well in the comments. We've got the Fury of the Firestorms, the Nuclear Men. Do you want to give people a chance to say? And actually, you don't. Yeah. If you don't know the answer, if you're not certain, you can say it already. Like I said, this is the first time I'm doing something like this.
That rings a bell. Like I know there was a Firestorm comic. Was there?
We've got another beer super chat just whilst people in the chat are saying it. From Bukaya
yes, Kingfisher. Yes, I have. Yeah, I've had that. It's good.
Thank you for the generous donation as well. I hope you enjoyed the show. For once, I've actually set something up. I'm really proud of myself because it's almost like swing it. Whereas this time, I'm gonna test you. So
I'm gonna go real.
Actually, can you do me a favor? Yeah. Can you not look in the comments? Because
I'll switch to our private because there's two tabs, private and comments. I'll go that way. So
for anybody wondering, the private's just me saying, you best not be looking at those fucking comments.
Well, the private's usually just me going, I need a wee, I'll be right back. So, yeah.
So, final answer. The Fury of the Firestorms, the Nuclear Men. Real or fake?
Real.
Correct. I wish I would have got like a buzzer that makes a good noise. Like, I really should have thought this through more. That was real. And it was also a first wave title. Some of them I've put if they're first wave or not. So that was one of the first 52 books that DC went, yeah, that needs a title. Okay.
That's why I got it right. It did ring a bell, and that'll be why, because it's wave 1.
Okay, next one. Too Fast, Too Fury, the Firestorms, and Nuclear Man.
I see what you've done there. And I'm going to pray that one's fake. But it's DC, so like...
Yeah, you never know.
I don't know. I'm going to go fake. Final answer.
I wish it was real. Too Fast, Too Fury, the Firestorms. These are just to literally warm you up into the contest. I'm going to keep remembering ones as well, like, or creating ones. So I'm just going to keep adding to my list. Like, this is not...
This is why we were late, by the way. We were just about to go live. I said something and he went, oh, hey, hang on. And then started noting down new fake titles, I assume.
Most people in the chat are getting that right as well. We also got a yes for family. I had to.
The memes at the minute, they're everywhere.
Yeah. I'm liking them. I'm not bored of them.
Some of them I'm not yet.
Okay, next one. We've got DC Showcase. Because some of these are deliberately a little bit... I might change a word or two. Or it might be a real book.
That rings a bell, so I'm going to go real for that one.
See if anybody in the comments wants to weigh in before I reveal the answer. Because I don't want somebody to be like 5 minutes late and like, yeah, I knew that one. Like, unfortunately, that one was fake. There's DC Showcase is a book, but it's not a New 52 book.
Okay. Oh, no, this is going to be my downfall.
Exactly. Like,
I'm
some
just
of them
going to go off
obvious.
Familiarity.
Yeah.
So I have the worst memory in the world, so I'm like the worst person to be quizzing about this. So you'll do well here, I think.
Yes. I'm not keeping score as well, by the way, so don't worry. If I clip this and make it its own video, I will include a score.
I'm sure the chat will probably keep the score.
Yeah, can someone in the chat keep score for me, please? Because I'm already a couple of drinks deep. Yeah. Next one. OMAC.
I'm gonna go real, but that... See, now I'm torn. Now I know that you might just pick titles that sound familiar because they are real, but they're not New 52. So I'll go real because I know there was an OMAC title of some form in wave 1 or 2. Yes,
and it unfortunately got cancelled way too soon.
I think Dan Didio wrote that one. That I think I bought maybe an issue 2 of it, but again, I can't remember. I've got the worst memory in the world.
What I'm going to start doing as well, I'm going to start putting the title in the comments and then highlighting the comments. So I just saw the Astonishing Melanie saying what was the title. I'm sorry if I'm speeding through. Like I said, I'm first time trying this. Yeah, OMAC was real, and it was very underrated. I wish it would have got a bit more chance to breathe. It pretty much got cancelled before issue. Well, it was like issue 2. But it was really interesting. So that was a shame. That's one of the flaws of the New 52. They were a bit too quick to just cancel stuff.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
And OMAC was one of the victims of that. Okay, so you're doing quite well so far. Next up, we've got Katana. Katana.
I'm gonna go... I know she was definitely like the focus of a title or like a team title at some point in the New 52.
Well, I'll say this now. Some titles I might have slightly modified. So say, for example, there was The Katana. This would be a fake title because I put Katana, if you get what I'm saying. So it might be Katana and...
So I've really got to be on my toes.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
This is my jam. This is my jam. I'm not going to let you just waltz in here and just something my jam, pee in my jam. I don't know what you do to jam.
Don't do that. I'm going to go real.
So you're saying Katana is real?
Yeah.
Congratulations, Adam. You got another one correct. I don't know why I'm applauded. It sounds sarcastic if there's only one person. Hopefully, everybody at home's.
Yeah. People are like jumping out of the seats like it was a penalty at the Euros. There we go. I can hear the cheering.
Okay, next one. I might already have broken my own rule that I just said, but we've got Deathstroke. One sec, real quick. Let's say hi to BJ Kicks.
Hey.
I hope work's going well for you as well at the minute. I'm really glad that you're, back on the grind as well with the YouTube videos. I'm looking forward to watching your room tour when I finish this video. So that's definitely me watch later playlist.
Yeah, I've watched it. It's looking good.
I was too busy doing this quiz for you, so you best respect this quiz because I didn't watch my other husband's video so that I could do this quiz for you. Deathstroke.
Yeah, I know that. I mean, he's got an omnibus, right? There's a new 52 Deathstroke omnibus. So I'm going to go real.
Correct.
Yes.
It's technically called Deathstroke Volume 2, but the Volume 2 is in brackets, so I'm letting that one off. Okay.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Your next one. Deathstroke the Terminator 2 Judgment Deck.
I don't know.
Was this a sequel to Deathstroke?
Bit on the fence here. Yeah, that's fake. Please.
I wish that was real.
Yeah, I wish that was real. I'd buy it.
I'd buy that for $1.
Yeah, that's fake.
Yeah, of course it's fake. Like, I don't even know why I'm doing dramatic pause. Next up, Stormwatch.
Real.
Are you a fan of Stormwatch and the Authority? Because Stormwatch turned into the Authority, which is important to remember maybe for this answer.
Yeah, they merged. Didn't they merge the Wildstorm universe with the DC universe at the New 52? So there was lots of Wildstorm stuff in the New 52. So I'm going to go real.
Right. Yeah, because I remember the cover Cleaver's Day. This was one of the New 52 titles I was most excited for because it had the Midnighter next to the Martian Manhunter. And I was like, holy shit, like, no way. And then I can't remember anything about the series, but I remember it was written by Paul Cornell, who did a really great Captain Britain run. So we should probably go back and revisit this because I enjoy this. But yeah. So Stormwatch, congratulations, is real. You ready for your next one?
I mean, yeah, but no, but yeah.
I say you sound excited. We've got Killer Crocodile Dundee.
I hope that's real. I want the omnibus of that.
I want the absolute. Just give me the biggest format just with the title on it.
I'm gonna go fake. I'm gonna say that's too good to be true.
Yeah, of course, that one's fake.
Yeah.
Next up. I'm just waiting for the comment to come through. Supergirl. Did Supergirl get a new 52 title or not?
She got a new outfit. Surely she got a new title. I'm going to go yes. Real.
Okay. Interesting. Because it's correct. Next one. Similarly, Power Girl. Who, if you don't know who she is, I did a video on her. Please check that out.
They got rid of the boob window. I remember that. So that's real. Well, no. I'm thinking of... There was just an Earth 2. Was it called Earth 2? There's a comic called Earth 2, and she was in that. Maybe I'm thinking of that. I'm going to go fake.
The boobs are the title.
Eh.
You said boobs, and I forgot what we were talking about.
Yeah, let's go fake for both.
One of them's real, and it is not the title of this book, unfortunately.
Yes.
You are right. It wasn't. I think she did appear in Earth 2, but the one that she mainly appeared in was World's Finest with the Earth 2 version of Huntress. So this is where I wanted to trick you out, because I wanted to be like, oh yeah, I remember seeing her in the New 52, but good catch there. Oh, I really thought some of these were going to trip you up. Like, I'm not good at quizzes. This is why I leave it to Shane.
Shane's too good at quizzes, to the point where it scares me that I wonder how much of his life is just coming up with quiz questions. He must just be there on like the bus to work, like just writing in a notebook like a maniac, like a stack of comics on the other seat. Can I sit there? No, it's my stack of comics.
He would be a great Riddler.
Yes. Yes, I hope he watches this to see that, because I agree.
Can you imagine just seeing him fighting against Robert Pattinson? Well, they've already cast the Riddler, haven't they?
Oh, yeah, they have.
It's that guy who's really good, but I can't remember his name.
Paul Dano.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
Another one. DC Universe Presents.
See, this is another one of those ones that just sounds really real. So I don't like, you did that, the showcase one earlier. I'm gonna
Surely
go
I
real.
wouldn't do
That rings
fake titles.
You faked that one, so I'm gonna go real with this one. So real.
You sure?
No, not at all. But I'm gonna go real.
Oh, now I feel bad. Could you imagine you on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? And he's like, "Is that your final answer?" You're like, "Don't know."
I don't know, but it's my final answer. Yeah.
Yeah, correct. That was the first wave title as well, and it just sort of featured different characters. I wanted this to trick you out because it sounds like half a title, because it'd always be like DC Universe Presents Deadman. So I really wanted it to catch you out like that.
I remember that one.
Okay, next one.
Now you've said it. Yep.
Booster Gold and Blue Beetle.
Man, I'm sure that's real, but you might be doing the whole trick of it's real, but it's not New 52. I'm pretty sure
real? What's not real? You got Supergirl, right?
I'm gonna go real.
Okay.
It's real.
It's fake.
Oh, what? No.
I know. What? This is why I wanted to do this segment, because some of these titles I think should have been boobs and they weren't.
I swear there was a.
I just saw you try and go for your keyboard, Dad.
What?
No. I saw you had to go.
No, I'm just maneuvering my beer. But
you've got the answers written on the side.
Yeah, it's hops in this IPA title, New 52. I swear to God, there was a Blue Beetle title.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes this one easy. That makes this one easy. Blue Beetle. What's that bigger than? That is literally the next one on the list. I'm gonna have to go
real again then, because there must have been.
I'm gonna take a sip for dramatic effect.
Well, if you're gonna pause, can I go for a pee? Because I've drank too much beer already.
Yeah,
so
honestly, I will know if you all of a sudden come back and you're like, "Yeah, I know all the DC New 52."
Just got my DC encyclopedia off the shelf. Yeah,
take the camera with you. Just like, no worries, man. I'll see you in a minute. Yeah, just whilst we're having the pause, which most quiz shows do anyway, so it's okay. How's everybody doing this Friday? Is anybody reading anything really good that I should be reading at the minute? And yes, all my Power Rangers are falling over, and I just can't be bothered picking them up for them to fall over again. So I'm just leaving them. So, yeah. As well, what did everybody think of that Jim Lee video, the top 5 notable works? Because I really want to do more videos like that. It depends if you guys like that. Apologies. Because at the end of the day, I just want to do videos that you guys enjoy. So, what are some of your guys' like favorite creators whose careers are sort of pretty much done? Not in like a offensive way, but like, you know, Jim Lee is pretty much now just into the publishing side. I'm planning on doing Alan Moore because I think I'm pretty safe in saying that Alan Moore isn't going to do like another Watchmen, like something of that scale. You know, I was thinking of people like Frank Miller. Darwin Cook, of course, is one that is definitely on the list. And I was thinking maybe John Byrne would be interesting because I like learning about the history of comics, even if I wasn't actively reading them at that time. I had a plan for Stan Lee that was going to be like a full career recap. So that's what I was planning on doing for Stan Lee, if anybody was wondering. But we've got some good suggestions there. And Yakim said, Jim Lee video shows proper passion and hard work. I'm talking about you now, Marcus, and not Mr. Lee. Thank you, man. I legit, I know it was a long shot, but I really wish Jim Lee could have seen that just to be like, I love you, Jim Lee. Jack Kirby is a great suggestion. You put that away.
I'm ready.
Did you get that from W.H. Smith about 10 years ago? Because I've got the exact same one.
Yeah, this is actually pre-New 52, so there's no way I can use it to cheat. So,
you can see if the title says is in there, and then you'll definitely know it wasn't New 52.
Don't tell me that. Now I'm going to get called out by the chat.
Are you ready for your next one? Because we just had Blue Beetle.
Was it real?
Oh, yeah, you left before that. Blue Beetle was real, yeah. I can't remember which wave it was.
I knew there was. I knew there was one.
Next book on a similar wavelength. Booster Gold.
No, fake.
How come you were so quick with that one?
I think probably because if there was one, I would have bought it.
Damn it. Yeah, like, to me, though, I love Blue Beetle, but I don't get how Blue Beetle got a series and Booster Gold didn't get his own.
Yeah,
or at least give them
just have a shared...
Yeah.
I thought, was there not a shared one? Like, I must be misremembering it or mixing it up with one, but I thought there was one.
If I remember correctly, I think it was more just Booster Gold showed up a lot in the Blue Beetle title, which makes sense.
Yeah.
But I think they're such a great team. Like, I didn't know whether to do a Who Is on Blue Beetle and Booster Gold because I want more people to know about these characters.
Yeah, you should, because I mean, like, I love them and I forgot who they are because they don't get enough love.
Yeah, exactly. That was unintentional. It was more the peas part because Adam wasn't going off to sweat; he's going off to pee. But yeah, you're doing really well at this. I feel like I should have put a lot more work into this.
And I mean, like, yeah, Shane has to put the work in, otherwise, we'd just walk all over that quiz. I mean, we're all comic book YouTubers, man.
Yeah, but you guys actually read books. I just keep them in plastic.
I mean, the first thing I said on my first quiz was, by the way, I don't ever read anything, so I just buy stuff. It's not
Next
too far
one.
from the truth.
The Daily Planet.
And
the thing is, like I said, you've got too many. I'm including mini-series. So Superman Unchained would... Well, it's not now because I've proved that it's a real New 52. But stuff like that isn't technically thought of as a main New 52 title can be in here. So you've got to factor that in as well.
If it was just in that New 52 window.
If it had the New 52 branding on it.
Yeah. Because
Superman Unchained had it on.
Yeah, everything would have done.
Yeah. The Daily Planet. I'm including one-shots as well.
I don't remember it, so I'm going to go fake, but this is where it turns out to be one of the ones from the late wave of New 52. So I'm going to go fake.
Correct. Well done. Yeah,
but it would be really cool to see like a the Daily Planet series, and it's just basically the equivalent, like the Metropolis equivalent of like Gotham Central or something. It has nothing to do with Superman, or it's just about like crazy stuff happening, and there's a newspaper agency with superhero craziness. Like,
that was me inspiration for it. I was like, okay, well, we've got stuff about GCPD. Why isn't there a thing for the Daily Planet? Like some of these,
cool.
I hope. Yeah, I thought I'd bring in titles so that people would hopefully go, hey, Marcus occasionally has some good ideas. Maybe we at Boom Studios should let him do his Power Rangers series because it's clearly a great idea. I'm being deadly serious. I want to do a Power Rangers series about the Gold Ranger. I'm going to pause now so that people know I'm serious. No,
can we just get the comments, the chat? Anyone who's watching, just please go and hashtag someone on Instagram or Twitter or whatever you need to do to make that happen. Just please, let's do it.
Because I've told you the concept, haven't I? I told it you along with Scott and Phil.
I'd buy it, yeah.
Like, it was set before Power Rangers Zeo, but when the Gold Ranger was Trey of Triforia, and when the Machine Empire was taking over, like, his home planet, and, you've got Pyramidus, and it's how he sort of formed himself into three, obviously, so he's three entities. Originally, it was going to be four to be each corner of the pyramid, and each one of them was going to be a ruler of the kingdom. One of them was going to die, and his staff, I was going to retcon this a little bit, but Power Rangers, no one knows what the continuity is most of the time, but his staff was going to be like Thor's hammer and kind of like the axe in God of War, so he can summon it, and he was just going to be a complete fucking badass. He was just going to take on the entire Machine Empire, and the ending would be him realizing that he needed to go to Earth, which would then time up with the rest of Power Rangers Zeo, so it'd all line up with the continuity of that series. And please just let me write it, man. I'll do it for a tenth of the price of anyone else. Just let me have a Power Ranger. Let me get one of those Power Rangers hardcovers with my name on it, and I'll die happy. Can you imagine the interview with myself?
I want to see it happen just to see the interview with yourself. Because I know for a fact that would be amazing. Like you'd yeah.
The weatherman comes back as well, and it's like, the fuck are you? Yeah. But yeah, I've had that idea for so long, and just I know somebody's going to want to do a Gold Ranger story, and no offense to whoever it is, I know that it's not going to be the one that I just came up with. So even if it's great, I'm going to be like, I had a different idea, and I'm never going to be able to do that now. You can't have two Gold Ranger series. Well, we've got about 18 Tommies in the continuity, so...
I mean, you say that, and now wait till there's like a new deluxe hardcover released with like, I don't know, like SCC's name on it, and he's done your exact story.
Yeah.
Thanks, SCC.
This is for making me wait on the scalped books. No, he's a good dude. He'd probably be like, yo, I pitched your idea for you, and I got you a better deal than the one that you were going to get yourself. Like, he's that good of a dude.
Yeah.
Okay. Next book, now that I've plugged myself. Arkham Manor.
I'm getting some serious, like, memory vibes from this one. They're not real memories, they're just memory vibes.
I inceptioned you.
This is like you've done it.
MDC. I
probably have.
Because I wanted to win.
I mean, that sounds real. Like, it sounds like the kind of thing that if it doesn't exist, then like, where am I remembering it from? Like,
me just saying it 2 minutes ago.
Yeah. My short-term memory is completely busted. It probably is fake, and that's why. I'm gonna go fake.
Yes, that one's real.
Oh,
that is a real book. Can I please read you the synopsis?
Yeah.
Please.
I want to know what it is.
This is why I wanted to do this quiz, because how do we not have a Daily Planet book? But it's written by Jerry Dugan, so it's still top 2, and it was only like 6 issues long. Okay, are you ready for this? Wayne Manor gets transformed into a new Arkham Asylum.
Yeah, I remember it now. Yeah,
that sounds so dumb that it could work.
Yeah,
I haven't read it though. Like, this is why I like doing this quiz, because I realized some books that I didn't realize existed.
Man, I'm annoyed at that. I nearly went real.
Finally,
That one.
finally.
Yeah, I thought you Inceptioned me. I really thought you Inceptioned me with that one. I thought that was fake.
Do I end the quiz there so that I can end as a winner? We've only got a few more, so we'll see.
Yeah, I'm sure one of the others is going to catch me out.
Next one, Gotham Academy.
It's a real title, but that's not New 52. So I'm gonna go fake.
That is real. That is a real book in the New 52.
Is it in the new? Wait, how old is that?
Wait,
book?
let me double check. Yeah, it came out in the 9th wave, October 2014 to 2015. It was
Gotham
6 issues
Academy.
long. Yeah.
Well,
You're going to look at the full list now. You're going to look at the full list now. I can sense it.
I thought that only came out like in the last year or two. Like that's.
I think they did another version of it where like Bruce Wayne and the Joker was in high school and the friends and they get detention together and it's like I don't care.
Like Smallville, but
yeah, Bigville.
Bigville.
Why did they not call Smallville Farmville? That's what I want to know.
Copyright. That's the only reason. Okay, that was a good one to catch me out with. Time goes by a lot quicker than I thought. I thought that was like only just come out. So
on another similar wavelength, let's see what you think of this one. Batman Incorporated. Was it New 52 or not? Was it real?
It was fucking real. I know. So hang on. So I'm just spoiler alert for anyone who's not aware of what happens in this, but Damian dies, and that happened at the point. That happened at the point after the New 52 had started in Batman Incorporated, right? So now I'm just trying to remember how many issues in it was, and whether or not the entire series would have started before the New 52. Because that was maybe what, like 16 issues into like the Batman New 52 series, 13, 14, 15, 16 issues, somewhere around then.
Mom's spaghetti at the minute, aren't we?
I'm going to say it's not New 52. I think it started right before, like literally like a few months maybe before the New 52. I'm going to go no, fake.
It's New 52.
What?
They ended the series. There was about 6 months into the New 52, and then he started it again. Actually, it might have been a year, but it came back in the New 52 with an issue 1 that said New 52.
Oh, it did, yeah.
So I'm counting this as
yes. No,
even though we literally did not care. Like it's like, yeah, the DC universe is reset. I don't care. Like,
yeah. That was a good one. That was a cheeky one. That was a good one.
I never said it'd be easy.
Yeah,
do you want Too Fast, Too Fury again?
I mean, it started off on that note, so yeah. Okay.
Another one. Are you ready for another one? Are you enjoying this? Like, should I keep doing this?
I mean, I'm really enjoying it. I'm quite competitive at the end of the day. Like, I don't know who I'm competing against. Maybe you, I guess, but like, yeah,
it's to see if you can beat me at my own jam. No, because I'd like to eventually keep doing quizzes when we get other guests. Like, I've got an idea. Can I tell you this idea now and tell me if it's good or not? And I won't plan it for anything. It's called Cameo Higher or Lower. So do you know, like in The Price is Right, they do higher or lower?
Yeah,
I was going to get like cameo profiles of like people who've been involved in the superhero industry. Like Wesley Snipes is on there. And I'd be like, okay, Wesley Snipes is at this price. Is Evan Cahill from Power Rangers Time Force higher or lower than Wesley Snipes? Like, I think that might be quite fun.
I love that idea. It'll be difficult. That'll be really hard. But yeah, that's a good idea.
You have to know what that person values themselves as. Yeah, I'll get that. Should we do that for MDC 8?
Oh, God. You do that with me, or can we do that to an unsuspecting guest? Because this is hard work.
Adam, I hate to break it to you, You are the unsuspecting guest. I did not tell you about the. No, but
Yeah, I'm up for that. I'd
though,
do it.
you're the default reigning champ because you're the only person who's played this quiz. So you're still going to be the champ after
God.
this. So
Do
you've
I
got
get
to defend your belt.
Do I get a certificate? Shane sent me a certificate when I won the quiz. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, Shane also
So-
plans his quizzes.
True.
But I'm not doing that. You can have your birthday present finally, if that counts. Yeah, that could be the prize, your birthday present. And next month, it's do you get to keep the gift I brought for you?
I have to give it you back.
Real quick though, off my shelves is here. I love the video we did about Middle West the other day. Like I needed that book before, but now I really need it. So he's cost me money, but I still love him, and I'd love to get him on a video soon.
Oh hell yeah! I mean, he's away camping at the minute, so yeah. I hope you're having a good time. Yeah, I mean, it's probably not raining, so like I hope you're not being cooked in the sun. It's the other end of the spectrum, isn't it?
The Rambo of the UK over there.
So yeah, go check out his channel. He does amazing overviews. Yeah, he's currently doing a cool thing. Actually, he's doing because it's the 35 years since Dark Horse have been publishing comics. He's doing kind of like a Dark Horse month. Lots of Dark Horse related content. So yeah, go check it out.
Oh, I said I'd film something for him. Thanks for reminding me.
I did one earlier. I was like, I did my top 5 Dark Horse books.
Yeah.
And yeah, I assume that's what you're going to be doing. And it's the first thing I've filmed in ages. So you're welcome, Chris.
They've been digging up my road outside though, so it's just filming time's been so limited. Like, luckily I've stockpiled a few videos like that. Where to Start Superman, I filmed a good few weeks ago, in case there were situations like this. So honestly, I filmed nothing for my own channel this week. So I do apologize for not getting that to you. I haven't had opportunity to film with them digging literally right outside. And this is a really sensitive microphone. Just gonna have a wine gum. Not sponsored, but but yeah, I will get that to you. Okay, next title. Wonder Woman and the Amazons. I'm gonna have another wine gum. They were really nice.
It sounds real. I'm gonna go fake because I don't remember it. It doesn't ring any bells. Fake. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck.
Can you imagine the internet just disconnects and everybody tunes into this?
Well, you did say you were having problems, so yeah.
Yeah, it's not to tempt fate, but it's behaving so far. Yeah, that one's fake.
Thank God. Oh, I was nervous. That sounds really real. Like, and I remember not too long before the New 52, there was like an Amazon's attack, something like that. I didn't know whether they like carried that on somehow or. Yeah, okay. I'm glad about that. I hope someone's keeping score. I really would love to know how many of these I got wrong. Like,
yeah, I'm gonna watch it back and be like, "This how many?" Gotham by the Pale Moonlight.
Yeah, it's fake, but it's a cool reference.
Do like that one. I think Yoki would like that one as well.
Is it like Batman rubbing another man's rhubarb? Is that the companion series?
I think I am going to get that sponsorship from the Sex Toys company this week.
Probably.
Yeah, that one's definitely fake. I like doing these sort of play on words one, like how Shane does the title word smash.
Yeah.
So, but is this real? Gotham by Midnight.
There's Gotham by Gaslight. That's a very old comic. I think I'd remember that being so close to that previous title. I'm going to go fake.
That one's real.
What?
Yeah, I'll
Really?
double check for you now. But yeah, it was ninth wave. So between November
Ninth
2014
wave.
and 2015. And there was 5 issues. Okay, I didn't read the synopsis for this. A horror series featuring Detective Jim Corrigan, who's suspected as part of the Midnight Shift, a division of the Gotham City Police Department which focuses on supernatural occurrences. That sounds fucking mint.
I'd buy that. Like, I'm currently reading the Gotham Central series. I'd love any more like Gotham's like PD related stuff, just based on how good that was. But yeah, I really don't remember that. So ninth wave, that must have been after I stopped reading. I had a big break from comics, so yeah, that sounds about right.
Like I said, I tried balancing between different like eras of the New 52. I don't know why I forgot the topic that we're talking about. Next one, though, Talon and the Court of Owls.
There was a Talon series.
But what was the full title?
I don't think it was called Talon and the Court of Owls. I think it was just called Talon.
Well, we're definitely going to have to skip the next one then.
Fake.
Yeah, the next one was literally going to be Talon. I wanted to see if I could maybe trick you into saying the real one was fake by giving you one that sounds sort of real.
I see what you're doing. Yeah.
Do you reckon I might have got you, though, if I just put Talon and then a colon Court of Owls, so it looked like a tie-in?
More likely to have got me, for sure. More likely to have had me second guessing myself.
Shame this is a live stream. I can't edit it. Just, just give you a different... Just edit it so it looks like you get it wrong. Yeah, good one on that one. Okay. We've got one more, and then we're going to do a...
Real. I can't see the comments. I can see that there's been 120 comments since I last clicked on that tab, though, and now I'm good. I haven't been following along. I'm gonna go...
the comments have been doing really good at getting these correct. Yeah, so I'm glad that you're not looking at them.
To shame. I'm gonna go real because I reckon that DC... No, wait, because Jeff Johns had Aquaman. Would they have tried to cannibalize that? Would they have been trying to capitalize on that with this? Okay. Oh, man. Fake. I'm going to go fake. I'm going to go... They knew Jeff Johns was doing Aquaman, and that was probably a hot commodity at the time. So I don't think they would have done another Aquaman title. Wait, no.
Hey, you can't just change as soon as I give a reaction.
Okay, I'll stick with fake because it could go.
I was going to say, there's no prize, so don't worry. Like, you haven't lost a prize. It's not like when I lost out in the last round of Shane's Dawn of Comics quiz, which I'm not bitter about at all.
No.
And we should have been allowed to team up. Just saying.
I mean, yeah.
Justice for Adam.
We should have pulled our points.
I think we still would have lost them, wouldn't we, in the end?
Probably. I mean, Tom did pretty well.
It was just that last round. He did so... You guys need to go and watch that. It was...
yeah, great quiz.
So, to the last...
Go back and check the rest of them out. They're all just as good. Like, honestly, the effort he puts into coming up with these quizzes, like, it's fun to watch because you're competing at the same time. So, yeah.
And it's good as a viewer because he's got a viewer competition.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
So, like, there's literally no aspect where you can't enjoy it. Wait.
Yeah.
Was that too many negatives? Basically, everyone can enjoy it.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, Justice League Quickfire. He says quick and then he thinks
you didn't say whether it was real or fake.
Yeah, that was real because you tried to change your answer.
I did, but
so that came out in the 7th wave. April 2014. It had 11 issues written by Dan Jurgens because the others were set up in the Aquaman run. And that's sort of where it spun out of. I was trying to set you up for fail here. I was trying to set you up with the Wonder Woman and the Amazons to get you to doubt if the titles would have worked. Because realistically, Aquaman getting 2 titles sounds less likely than Wonder Woman getting 2 titles. So if Wonder Woman and the Amazons isn't a thing, why would? But yeah, it's real.
Okay, what's this quick fire? I don't do well on anything quick.
Justice League 3000, true or fake? Real or fake? I don't know.
Fake.
True.
What?
Yeah. It's where they just say that they love the Justice League 3000 a bunch of times, I think.
Oh, okay.
Justice League, take it easy for my comments to come through. Justice League United.
That's a cartoon. No, Unlimited. That's a cartoon.
Is it?
Fake.
Let's spell United right, yeah. Same fake?
Yeah, fake.
That one's real.
What? Man, okay.
Might be a bit easier now. Justice League Unlimited.
It's a cartoon. So, not a new 52 title. Fake.
Correct. Fake. Well, real, but not new 52. Like, they exist. I'm not erasing the cartoon.
And really awesome. I love it, cartoon.
Next up, Justice League of America.
There was Justice League. I'm going to go... Oh, wait, no. Did they release the second series? Real.
Correct.
Yeah.
Remember, we can have mini-series, one-shots. Everything's fair game. Which brings me to Trials of the Justice League.
That's got to be like a one-shot or something if it's real. Fake.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay, next one.
I don't know why I knew that one, but yeah.
Justice League Europe.
Real?
Really fake. Yeah, unfortunately, that one.
Maybe they would, because there was a lot of trying to, maybe they would have tried to appease the European market with a European title. That's my thinking.
Just before the last one, Paul Peterson, thank you for the donation. It is greatly appreciated. And thank you for always supporting the channel. I hope you get to catch the rest on the replay. Thank you for being here for part of the quiz as well. Now, I do hope that you enjoyed it. And woof woof. Okay, next one. Justice League of America's Vibes.
Please tell me that's fake.
That's a real book.
Yeah.
There's a character called Vibe or Vibes. Let me find the definition for you. Like, I saw this and I was like, oh no, it's just Vibe. Sorry, that's probably why you did. If it would have just said Vibe, maybe you would have got it. Yeah, it's just called Justice League of America's Vibe.
Wow. Okay. Nope. Never heard of it.
It's partly written by Jeff Johns, and it got 10 issues. It got more issues than OMAC.
Wow. Never heard of it.
I don't like. It's just sort of like a character that's sort of there. I don't know why he needed 10 issues. Like, honestly, when I saw this this is the book that prompted this quiz.
Is it?
Because, yeah, I was just like, how in the fuck is that a book?
Yeah.
And then I was like, and the thing is, then I got thinking to myself, I was like, wait, Booster Gold didn't get a series, Power Girl didn't get her own series. I was like, wait.
I can see how we ended up here now. Yeah. Totally.
Yeah, so that one is real somehow. So, yeah, he did appear in the CW Flash. So, yeah, he's a real I thought it was just going to be like the Justice League blazing up. And just be like, you know what? Lex Luthor could do with a haircut. And it's just, that's all the series says. So, yeah, That was the last one. I didn't want to tell you
Was
it was
it?
the last
Oh,
one because
okay.
you might have thought it was. If I would have told you that was the last one, you might have looked at it differently. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Fair play. How did I do, chat? Has anyone been counting?
You got 100 out of 100.
Yeah, totally did.
Yeah.
Right.
So, did you enjoy that? Do you want to do another quiz in future?
I mean, I'm sweating, but it could just be because it's like 28, 29 degrees in here. Like,
Yeah.
But yeah, that was fun. I know the new 52 like semi well, but the later stuff, like I said, I'd checked out by then. I stopped reading comics like altogether, really. So yeah, it would have been tough to get them all. So
from looking at the titles, it looked like DC checked out of the new 52 later on as well.
I think that's the general consensus, isn't it? So
do you want to have a vibe series?
Good vibes.
And like Gotham Academy, like that was the one that I was like, I thought that was later. Like some of these were good because I got to see exactly what happened and what didn't happen. So yeah, it was interesting doing this. I actually enjoyed it though.
Yeah, it was great fun. I need a slight break though, so I'm going to pop away for like 2 seconds. All right, be right back.
Yeah, no worries. But yeah, so that was the quiz that I set up. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. We're still going to have a bit of a chat, so don't worry. What are some questions that you guys want answered? I am no good at doing streams one-on-one. That's why I always need Adam with me, because he's so good at just like having someone there to bounce off. Like I get like like way too flustered when it's just me on my own. So like I hope you guys did Adam just rage quit? No, he won quit. What's the type of quitting where you win? That's the quitting that Adam just did, because he did really good at that. Like I want to keep doing these quizzes and stuff like that. It's just like a little section within the MDC, because, you know, we're all having a drink. We're all just having a laugh on a Friday. I really want to do that cameo higher or lower. That's something that I'd probably just do that as a separate video as well. Make that like a monthly series. But there's probably not that many people on Cameo. There's also other eras that I can do for comics, like 90s comic titles, real or fake. Like what I wanted to do was like a quotes one. So it's like Adam has to guess if an Alan Moore quote is real or fake. Like, did he actually say it? Because Alan Moore has said some weird stuff in the past. So I wanted to maybe do a real or fake on that at some point. Would you be interested in that, Adam? Did you tune in too late for that?
I got that. Yeah.
I was saying, like, for the real or fake, maybe we could do like 90s Marvel title.
But maybe more fun. So
yes, a lot of weird shit. We should try and get Alan Moore on and do real or fake with him, with his own quotes, and see if he remembers saying them.
I mean, I don't remember half the stuff I ever say, so it would be just as much of a quiz for him. I'm sure of it, and I'm sure he's got nothing better to do. Like, he's Alan Moore.
And if he gets the quote right, and he's like, "Yeah, I said that," we have to go, "Yeah, but which comic company did you say it's about?" It's like, damn it.
Good point.
Could you imagine?
I think he'd just default to DC, though, wouldn't he? He'd just be like, "Yeah, it's probably DC."
He had beef with Marvel. I was going to do a video that was like Alan Moore versus comic companies, because he had. The thing is, as much as we take the mick out of it, his grievances were legit. Like, he wasn't just complaining for the sake of complaining. It was like, you've taken the rights of all my work. And, you know, when stuff like before Watchmen, like when Alan Moore created Watchmen, he never wanted Watchmen to be part of the DCU. He never had an intention of doing a prequel. And even though some of that stuff might have been good, like I really enjoyed the story about Silk Spectre that was done by Darwin Cook. You know, it's an interesting debate on how much right should a creator have, because, you know, if you look at like some of the best books are IPs, intellectual properties. Like, you know, nobody's favorite Batman run is the one from the 30s. You know, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was a comic, but the IDW stuff is much better. The Watchmen's better than the other stuff that's come after it. But, you know, I wonder where you weigh in on this, Adam. Like, do you think a creator should be able to exercise complete control over their work if they want to? Or should it be the case that as long as it's not just profiting for the sake of profiting, I think that's where I draw the line. But if there's a genuine, valid idea in creation, should someone else's intellectual property be allowed to be adapted?
It's a complicated one, and I don't know how to answer this one because.
Do you want to go back to the quiz?
Well,
is that
no, please. It depends how good you are, because for me, like I can't help but think of like Star Wars, and I'm like, George Lucas should not have full control over Star Wars.
Yeah.
Like, look what happened when he did. Like, sorry to anyone who loves the prequels, but like, just no.
Do you not like Episode 3?
X-Men 3.
No, episode 3. Sorry, Revenge.
All right. So,
yeah, just completely change the subject.
A complete tangent. Like what?
George Lucas didn't direct that, did he?
So when I just subscribed to Disney Plus, like not too long before the Marvel shows started coming out, so I could watch them, and I was like, well, I've subscribed to this, so what else is on there? Oh, they've got all the Star Wars films. Cool. So I tried to watch them all from the start in episode order. I couldn't, so I made it through episode 1 and 2, and then I watched the Clone Wars cartoon, just the 2D one, because it's like the best Star Wars content. Yeah, it's the best Star Wars content since the original films for me. That, and I watched that, and then I tried to watch episode 3, and I was like, I didn't even finish it. I got halfway maybe through it. Just couldn't do it. Yeah. I don't know whether it was because I just tried to squeeze in the animated Clone Wars, and that was like such a high compared to the low again of going back onto those films, that it really upset the flow, and I never went back. So yeah, I'm not it. Creative control is good.
It sounds like somebody's having a dust up in the street, and I don't want them on the
phone. Yeah, cool, go for it. But yeah, I don't think all creators deserve control over what they create at all times, I guess is what I'm saying. It would be nice.
Sorry about that. Like, there's this guy, like, I have nicknames for all my neighbours. There's this guy, I just know him by calling him Bloke. Like, I can't imagine him having another name. Like, imagine a bloke. You know me neighbour. Yep. Like, he's cool. One of them. One volume, just always shouting. And he's the type, like, our apartment blocks. Hopefully nobody can find out where I live by doing this, even though I've given my address out way too many times already. Like, there's balconies to the apartments. He will stand on the street and shout up to his missus from the balcony, and it's like, Ringer, you've got a phone. Or you've got a key to that apartment. Go upstairs, you absolute idiot. Stop just shouting all the time. He says while shouting. But yeah, so I apologize. He really frustrates me. It's every time I'm filming, I have to pause for about 20 minutes because he's just having a conversation with somebody that he could just go and have a conversation. So yeah. But yeah, I still need to watch the rest of Samurai Jack. And no, I really need to watch that because we were planning on doing a video about that, but I got caught up in watching The Handmaid's Tale and Batman the Animated Series again.
Ooh, I'll never begrudge anyone for watching Batman Animated Series.
We should do a video on that, like our favorite episodes.
Oh man, yeah, that would be a good one because there's so many I'm already spoiled for choice. I don't know.
We should do it in person and then like just live together. Wouldn't that be dead? Wouldn't that be dead? Like, I'm joking, unless
you're up for it.
Yeah, like, what? But if not, then I'm joking.
yeah.
Legit. Anybody watching this stream is just like, what has this turned into?
Yeah, right. Can we start selling sex toys again, please? That's it's got a bit awkward to clear the air.
Almost as awkward as when you've got a butt plug stuck up in yours. You say one sex toy set. Legit, I really want to start. Like, I really want to.
Hello, Critique Geeks. Welcome.
Welcome. No, I really want to start doing like dumb adverts again. Do you remember the one that I did for Organic Price Books? I want to do another.
Hilarious. Yeah.
I want to do another one, and it's going to be. Do you know QVC adverts where there's some like oiled up, muscled up dude? And I want to do one of them where it's like, "Are you sick of puny boxes getting with like the Hulk Hogan hair and the shades and just like really overly energetical?" Like, do you know? The thing is, though, I like doing parodies, but I'm obviously doing it for a real company. So I remember when I did that first advert, I was really nervous, and I was like, "What if JP's just like, fuck off? How dare you do this for my company?" So I sent him the advert. I was like, "Luke, just to forewarn you, this is my sense of humor. Like, if I'm talking about something, I probably enjoy it. Like, overall, it's still me representing the company. So I'm not doing anything bad at all. This is just the way I promote stuff." And he was just like, and he watched it, and he took ages to reply to me. I was like, he's ghosted me. And he was just like, "Oh, that's the coolest thing ever, man. Please do more of these." I'm like, thank fuck. So I want to do like, have you ever seen The Wolf of Wall Street? I rewatched it.
Yeah.
Do you know when he's doing the advert where it's like, "How did I get all this mention? How did I?" And he gets arrested halfway through the film set. Do you remember that bit?
No, but I have the worst memory in the world.
Well, I want to do.
I can't remember if I've told you that.
I want to do like an overzealous sales pitch one, but the problem is, like I said, I'm representing a real company, so I don't want to do any damage. It's just that is my sense. I love parodies. Like I told you, my favorite advert ever is Pisswasser from GTA 4. Yeah. I love that. That never fails to cheer me up if I'm feeling down. It's like, "Last night I think I shit the bed."
Well, I mean, you got a career in advertising ahead of you. Clearly. I mean, although, I mean, Joachim, I wanted to buy his apartment after his apartment tour. I don't know if
that was a good one. That was, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so what are you watching at the moment then?
I've been watching Loki, probably like a lot of people. I know you're not fully caught up yet, so I won't say a lot. But I have been watching that.
Episode 4.
I've not watched much recently. I did try and watch. So obviously there was a good couple of like comic book adaptations that came out recently. So there was Sweet Tooth, there was Invincible before that. I haven't finished either of those, even though I was quite enjoying them. Like, I know they're very well. Sweet Tooth in particular is very different to the comic, and Invincible is quite similar to the comic, but it's just different enough, that it is still quite different. So I don't know. There was just something about both of them that I was enjoying watching them at the time, but I really just struggled to go back to them, even though I was enjoying them. So I don't know what that's about. But did you watch Invincible?
Yeah,
I know you're a massive Invincible fan. So
yeah, and thank God that video when that show came out, that video finally got some views.
Yeah.
Like, this is what I was saying. I did a post the other day where it's like, "Luke, don't worry what a video does in its first 24 hours." Because I remember when that video came out, it was like my 10th worst video out of the last 10. And like me whole that month got like 400 views in the same time that Invincible video got like 45. And I was like, I put so much effort into that video. Then that show came out and the video just did that. And I was like, thank you, God. Like, I put so much time and effort into that video that I didn't want a haul to beat it. Like, I get really competitive with myself like that. I'm like, no, I put more effort in this video. So I want that one to do well. I loved Invincible. And like you said, it did enough different because I was not a fan of The Walking Dead, and I worried that Invincible might have been the same. But I love the animation style. I wish it would have looked a little bit more like Ryan Otley. That's probably one of my only criticisms. And I hated Amber. What a bitch. Like, I can't stand it. They did not do her right at all. They did that character dirty because she was so different in the comics. And have you seen that meme where it's like on TikTok and she's like, "I know you're invincible." And he's like, "Well, why are you mad?" And it's like, because you didn't come to dinner with me. And it's like, bitch, I'm saving the world. Like, it's such a good video if you haven't seen it.
No, I haven't. But
I'll try sending it.
I can imagine. Like, yeah, I mean, she was pretty different. There's a lot of big differences, really, but they kept a lot of the core stuff quite the same. Whereas with Sweet Tooth, the core of it seems quite different. Like, it's like they've made a whole different show. That is like the true, like, it's like an adaptation. They've really truly adapted that.
Yeah.
Like, they've fundamentally changed loads of stuff, but
for
like
the better.
tone, yeah, different. The comic for me is like, it's one of my favorites, so I don't think it would count as better, but I don't mind. I know it rubbed a lot of people up the wrong way, the way that they changed it, particularly like the tone of it all. And the comic is quite like brutal, and the show is kind of like family friendly almost. So there's like a massive. Well, it's all right as long as the TV show doesn't go out there and delete all the versions of the comic that you can ever read. Then why begrudge it changing the tone? But
yeah,
if I wanted to read, or if I wanted to like have the brutal experience of the comic that the TV show won't do, I'll just read the comic. It's cool. It's still there. It's not on my shelf at the minute because I was too slow on those damn deluxe editions. But like, I've got
get
all
them in the divorce as well.
So hope so.
But,
I the tone is completely different. I can see why people didn't gel with it, for sure.
It's another interesting question, though, isn't it? Because like sometimes you get a property that stays too close to the source material. Like that's why I didn't really rate. I'm not sure if it was Watchmen, because besides the ending, not a lot of, like, stylistically it's fun to look at, but it was just the comic. So I was like, I might as well just go to the source material and give them the respect because they put more effort into creating that. You've just sort of gone, well, what would it look like on screen? But then, you know, in a similar way, if something adapts something completely different, you can sometimes get something that's quite enjoyable. Like, I know a lot of people would agree with me on this, but I love the movie Wanted, and that has got nothing to do with the comic. Like, the comic is about...
It's so different, yeah.
What do you prefer?
I didn't love either one. So, like, what? I'm not that invested. Like, I mean, it's been like over years since I've read Wanted, and I've not seen the film in... Whenever did it come out? I can't remember.
2009, if I remember right.
That's quite a long time. So it's been like 10 plus years now since I've seen the film even. And I didn't love either one. Like, not for me. I don't know. Like, never really got attached to them. So I don't care how they adapted it at all.
Yeah.
And I know it was very different. I think I'd probably prefer to watch the film than read the comic again based on what I remember of both. But even then, I could take a leave either. Like, not bothered.
I just, like, I remember Fanboy saying something that always stuck with me, and to me, it's now like the official history of the creation of Wanted. That they were like, the reason why the comic must be so different from the movie is because Mark Miller's Scottish as hell, and the producers must have just not been able. Like, did you see? I know you're not really into UFC, but did you see the McGregor fight this weekend? He broke his own ankle.
He broke his leg. Yeah. Ankle,
but then he became the most Irish I've ever heard anybody. Like, he became super. Like, Phil wouldn't be able to understand him. Like, he was that Irish. Like, it was just syllables. There was no words. Like, and I get the feeling like Fanboy said that they get the impression that that's what Mark Miller must have done when they were talking about Wanted, and they just went, "Oh crap, assassins," and just went, "Yeah, go with." There's a loom that tells people who to kill. Like, it was so dumb that there was a like. I don't know. I give it a free pass.
Did you like the comic then? Did you were you a fan of the comic, but then the film is just a bit of a weird adaptation? Like, which way do you lean with it? Did you enjoy the film, or?
I enjoyed the film more because I feel like what the comic did has sort of similarly been done. Like, I don't know if Wanted would have been first, because obviously I wasn't reading Wanted in single issues, but it's supervillains sort of taking over the world. Injustice is better at doing that. Even though Injustice came out later, there's a better version of it.
Yeah.
And so I sort of look at it that way. But it's difficult because they're so different. Like, it's like saying, what you prefer, Schindler's List or Superbad? I don't know. I'm supposed to compare the two.
That's the problem with these, like, those really different adaptations, is that if one doesn't really like, one's just got like a tiny bit of DNA of the other one in it, it's not really the same thing at all. It's hard to compare. Cade's got a good question though. Would you rather? Should I read Sweet Tooth or watch it first? Read it. 100% read it first.
I've only read it, so I'd agree with Adam.
Yeah.
I haven't watched the show yet. It just fell off my radar because I wondered if it was going to be another Jupiter's Legacy. Like, I was so hyped for that, and you were as well. I don't think we spoke since that came out, and I literally could not care less about the show about 3 episodes in.
I think, did I watch 2 or 3? I don't think I even watched 3. I definitely watched 2, and then did I hear it got cancelled and was like, well, what's the point in watching the rest of them? Like,
that's the worst thing you can do. That's like telling your girlfriend you're gonna break up with them, but just before your birthday, and hoping that they still get you something. Like, what's the point?
Yeah,
like that's what Netflix did, wasn't it? They were like, look, we're cancelling this show, so if you haven't watched it yet, don't bother. Like,
it was weird timing to see they'd cancel it so soon.
Netflix is a bit.
Like,
I don't know. I think Netflix is a bit too quick to the draw with everything, cancelling stuff and resoliciting stuff. Like, Cobra Kai, they announced season 4 before season 3 had come out, and season 3 was a bit flat to me. I'm not sure if you agree. Have you watched it?
I only seen the first one still. I haven't seen that far, so but I know it does well, and I think Netflix just go off what brings people in as subscribers. That's what I've heard about what their model is that even if tons of people watch a show, it might not save a show. It's all about if they bring in or retain subscribers, and that's like, so I think that's what disconnect is in a lot of people's minds when they hear about a show getting cancelled that they know everyone was talking about, everyone was clearly watching it, when it was like, on Netflix's end of the spectrum, on their perspective, they're going, well, it didn't bring in enough new people, or it didn't retain enough people for our liking, so we've cancelled it. So it's a weird one.
I was going to say, because eventually you're going to reach a saturation point. Like, there's only so many people on the planet, so there's only so many new people that can be brought in. Like, obviously, people might...
Well, they're being born every day, so,
and instantly given a Netflix account.
These days, probably.
Elias is in the chat. You missed a quiz. We did a quiz. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, go back and check it out. It was surprisingly tough to say.
And it was New 52, so you'll enjoy it.
I enjoyed it.
Thank you for recommending. I know it's long overdue, but thank you for recommending Whiplash to me and pushing me to watch that film. Man. So good. Thank you for that.
I'm so glad you liked it. Like, I hate recommending something to someone and going, this is amazing, and they watch it and go, it's all right.
Yeah.
I'd rather they strongly dislike it than just go like, it's all right.
I really enjoyed that.
Great film. Yeah.
Mr. JK, not Jamiroquai, J.K. Simmons.
J.K. Simmons is, it's peak J.K. Simmons. He's like amazing. He's incredible. If you want to go see some amazing J.K. Simmons, go watch Whiplash. It's amazing.
Yeah. It's a film I'd gladly watch again as well. I think we've got the same answer to this question.
Oh, hell yeah.
Dan Slott Volume 1, Dan Slott Volume 2, Dan Slott Volume 3, Dan Slott.
Although they wouldn't do it like that. They'd have to do Brand New Day, because he wasn't the sole writer, so they couldn't do a Dan Slott volume. That was still the Spidey Brain Trust, or whatever they called it, where it was rotating. And then they'd have to do like Big Time. I can't remember if Dan Slott had taken over fully by then. But that's how I'm hoping they'll do it. So they collect everything in like chronological order.
Yeah.
And then that'll take everything from the JMS Volume 2 up to like past like Worldwide or whatever the end of the Dan Slott run was. I can't remember how it ended. I didn't get that far with it, I don't think.
The Doc Ock stuff, I think, was the end of Dan Slott.
Yeah, I'd stopped reading. No, the Superior Spider-Man stuff that definitely wasn't the end.
Yeah.
But whatever happened after that, I'm not sure. It could have had more Doc Ock stuff. I never got that far. That was my comics hiatus.
Yeah.
But yeah, I loved Dan Slott's Spider-Man. That was my Spider-Man. So yeah, and I'd say there's probably 5 Omnis worth of material there. So yeah, top 5. There you go.
I was just thinking as well. I was like, I didn't mention
one.
Ultimate Spider-Man Volume 2.
Yeah, but that's gonna happen. That's definitely gonna happen, right?
It has to.
They've re-announced the reprint of Volume 1 is a really good sign.
Yeah. So it's Spider-Man's anniversary next year.
True. But if enough people buy that Volume 1, I think that's it for Ultimate Spider-Man, and we'll get collected to the end.
Yeah.
Spider-Man 2099, I'd love an omnibus of that because I never really read anything, but I love the stuff with the Spider-Man 2099 of other stuff that he's popped up in. So I'd love like an omnibus of his. So I hope we see that. And Peter David as well.
Have a good weekend,
wasn't it him? So, and I know Peter David's Hulk omnibus have sold so well that maybe they'd throw in a bone with that. So,
and he's getting an X Factor omnibus. So they've got faith in the Peter David name. Exactly. One that a character I'd really like to see get a bit more attention, Spider-Woman. Like, she to me feels like what Batwoman is to Batman. Like this character that's pretty much doing her own thing, but off a brand.
Yeah, but as well, which one? Because aren't there a few? Like, aren't there a few Spider-Women? So, and it's kind of like that with Batwoman as well, aren't there? Like a few. So it's kind of quite comparable.
I think if they put it in an omnibus, then it'd be a lot easier to just be like, here you go. Here's it in order. It doesn't matter which one. Because I know Bendis did quite a lot for that character, if I'm remembering right. I'm probably not. But that's sort of where I'm at. It's like, I wish we could have that material. It's a good question from Joachim. I should do a video on procrastination. Clearly, you get your shit done by having the video flow that you have, really. You have to think about why you're doing stuff. That's the way I've always looked at it. It's like, for me, I work for my mum and dad. I really want to retire them. So I just think about them, and it's like, I can be lazy now, and I can maybe not script a video, not edit a video, but I'm not a step closer to getting my mum and dad out of... They live in a bit of a rough area, rougher than me. So that's sort of... You have to think of your why, and you have to just do... Like, that's literally all it comes down to. Like, don't think about... If you've got to edit a video, you don't have to think about it. So just do it. Don't go, oh, I'll do it in 5 minutes, so I'll warm up. Edit it. If you do it wrong, undo it. But just edit it and get it done. And just put your phone somewhere that you can't see it. Like, that, like, me and Adam, sometimes I go days and I'm like, mate, I'm sorry, I just had to focus on something. Aren't I? Like, I'm really awful at replying.
Yeah, equally, me too. Like, I had a 2-week hiatus of Instagram, where I was probably ignoring tons of people's messages on there. Like, you just got to do it for yourself, and don't feel too bad about it, because it's a stressful thing, being connected to people all the time. So yeah, it can be a distraction.
Like, I struggle with that sometimes, because it's like I don't know how people like Omar copes, because like he said, he got 147 messages about just the spines on a book, and it's like like sometimes I get like 5 messages in a day and I feel proper overwhelmed, because I didn't really have friends growing up in school, and I was sort of that generation when texting was sort of coming in, so I wasn't really doing it all the time, so I wasn't really used to a lot of that. And then all of a sudden it's like I can get about 5 people message me in the space of a couple of hours, and I don't know what to do. Like, So that's something I struggle with, where you're talking about like replying and stuff, and I'm just not a social person naturally. People think I am because, you know, I'm a bit loud and bombastic on my videos, but I'm naturally introverted. It's just when I used to get nervous, that's when I wouldn't shy away. I'd go forward. So I'd be louder to sort of cover up my nervousness. And that's sort of where it comes from, because it's so awkward talking to a camera normally. It's not natural at all, isn't it? Like,
I still don't like it. I think that's the reason why I don't do many videos. Like, it's tough, like massive. Like anyone who's watching the videos, if you've never tried it, like, just give it a go, see what it's like, see what people have to deal with. It just feels alien. Like,
and you might also get a decent channel out of it.
True. I mean, yeah, could happen. I accidentally started a YouTube channel just from doing one video. So yeah.
And me coercing you, like, it's me just like, do it.
Yeah.
I was just like, give it a go, see what happens.
Yeah,
you know, I don't want to, and I was like, do it.
Yeah.
No,
worked.
But yeah, like, I think a lot of times some people do think who they see on screen is who you are 100% of the time, and it's like, I'm naturally not on my phone. I'm not very social. I'm used to reading. Like, I'm into comics. Like, I didn't start reading comics because I had a ton of mates. Like, I was in the library and they had a copy of Man of Steel by John Byrne, and I read it, and then I was like, I want to read more. And, you know, it's because I'm an awkward, introverted person that I started reading comics in the first place. So when I'm filming, depending on what I'm doing, because obviously, as you've seen, I talk over you a lot, Adam. So I have to pretend I'm talking to somebody. So if I'm doing a review, 9 times out of 10, I believe I'm talking to Adam because he understands a lot about the books. If I'm doing a where to start or a who is, I pretend I'm talking to either my cousin or my mom or my dad, so that I can talk in the way that I talk to them. And, you know, that's hopefully where me being able to interject into all these weird cuts comes in. And so that's actually the question was procrastination. Like, it wasn't about how to.
I don't know how we got.
Yeah, that's my answer then.
There's a good question. What was it? Have you read Stern's Spider-Man? Spider-Man?
From London.
Spider-Man.
Thoughts on Roger's doing Spider-Man run?
Yeah. So I'm really annoyed at the timing of when they released the reprint of that, because I was just starting a Spider-Man marathon. I started from like all the Michelini stuff and then went through to like the JMS stuff, and that I got after all that. And now I don't know when I'm going to go back and read it, because I feel like I need to keep the forward momentum with Spider-Man. Yeah. So I want to read all like the Miles stuff. I've got the 2 Miles omnibuses. So I haven't read that yet, but I've heard it's really good. Have you read any of the Stone
the
stuff?
Only bit that I've read a few bits. Like, everybody talks about The Boy Who Collects Spider-Man, so I remember reading that a few years ago. And the Juggernaut bit, I loved that. But other than that, I've read some of the Hobgoblin stuff, because when I was getting into comics, I would literally read random issues about characters that I liked, and I really loved the Hobgoblin. So I've read some of that, but I do want to go back and give it a full read, because it's such a talked about run. Like, that gets more acclaim from what I've seen than the Stan Lee run.
Yeah.
Which is mad.
Yeah. But I'm cool. Sorry.
No, go for it. I was going to say we're going to wrap up in the next 10 or 15 minutes anyway, so we've still got time. What were you going to say? I didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah, I was just going to say I've not read any of the Stan Lee stuff, the early Spider-Man, like really early. But I would love to. I know they're doing reprints and stuff. Volume 1 hasn't been solicited for a reprint, but Volume 2 has. So I pre-ordered that.
Yeah.
But I know that's not the Ditko stuff. I think that's John Romita by that point.
Yeah.
But still meant to be good. So yeah. Senior, yeah.
Here's a good question. What do you think about the Vertigo Hellblazer series?
Never read any. I've never read any. Like, I completely skipped all of that. I know very little about Constantine Hellblazer. So I think he pops up in Sandman a little bit, and that's about it as far as my Vertigo Hellblazer kind of exposure. What about you?
I've read some of the Garth Ennis stuff after I finished Preacher. Like, we're talking about 10 years ago now. I know I need to go back, and I am planning, because next month I want to do some Alan Moore themed videos for August. I was going to do a Who Is on John Constantine, because I think he originally showed up in Swamp Thing, so he's technically created by Alan Moore, which again is just another character that went off and did his own thing, and Alan Moore had no control over. So that's sort of where I'm at with it. And I love the fact that DC actually seems to have completed the trade paperback run, which they never normally seem to do. They did about 25 or so. So that would be cool. I think Joe Corallo's booing for not reading too much Hellblazer. But I do want to get him on an episode, though, so we'll forgive him.
Yeah, I'd love that.
Here's a really good question from the Comics Cavern. And we might wrap up after this, because I really need a wee. But if you could meet any comic creator, writer, or artist, what would you say to them? What would you say to them? I thought it was just going to be if you could meet any, because it could be somebody that I don't like now and go, you fucked this up.
I know who I'd want to meet, but I don't know what I'd say to them, because that's often the thing with me meeting people that I want to meet, is that's as far as my thought process ever gets. But I mean, I would love to meet Dan Slott actually and just ask him, like, how do you deal with being you? Because like he gets a lot of hate. Like
unnecessarily as well.
I feel like, but yeah, I mean, that must be pretty crazy. He's had some big Spidey backlashes, and that doesn't even cover some of the stuff after the left Spider-Man that probably people like get on at him about. So yeah, that would be interesting. I don't know. What about you?
If it's what I can say to them, it's bad that I'm immediately spiteful and I want to be like, you wasted my time with this book. My go-to would probably be Robert Kirkman, and I'd just be like, thanks for creating so many just great books that came at the right time, like Walking Dead, Invincible, Marvel Team Up. They are what really kept me going. Or it'd be Brian Michael Bendis, and it'd be like, mate, you run such a run. What happened? Yeah, you had Ultimate Spider-Man, you had New Avengers, you had Alias, you had Daredevil. And then what happened? Like, I'd love him to just go, I know, I tried. And I'm like, yeah, that's fair play, mate. And then I'd just go off on it. Yeah, probably. Actually, no, I think I'd change it. Would be Brian Michael Bendis. Because I would be like, thank you for Daredevil. Because that was the comic that made me go, okay, yeah, I am a fan of this stuff. It's not just something that I'm reading in the library at high school. It's something I'm actively following and making a part of my life. So yeah, I think it would be Bendis. But actually, if I could say anything to him, I'd be like, will you come on an MDC? Like, no matter who I meet, that's probably going to be the thing.
And then we can ask him what happened, plus many other things. So we could ask him stupid questions like, what's your favorite, I don't know, beer? Like,
was the Daily Planet a New 52 book or not?
Yeah.
Could you? I'd make a quiz based on his own books and see if he gets it right or not.
I can see a pattern here. Like you're quizzing Alan Moore about lines he's said about publishers, and you're quizzing Bendis about stuff he's done and or not. Yeah,
I quiz Robert Kirkman about like all the money he spends, because it's just like I remember shortly after The Walking Dead came out, he took a picture saying thank you for this Eisner Award, and like the Eisner Award wasn't even in focus. There was this pile of money next to it on Twitter. It was the best picture I've ever seen. I was like, okay, yeah, we've got the Floyd Mayweather of comics now, because that's what Floyd Mayweather does. He's just like, yeah, look at my money. Like, good on him though, because Robert Kirkman grinded, and he had to make some big decisions. So, it works out for, like, mad respect to Robert Kirkman, because especially for new writers, it's difficult to know where to plant your feet. But he did, and he's been right every single time. So good on him.
Yeah, mad respect. Yeah.
This is a good... Have you seen this?
Yeah, I was just reading that.
It's the equivalent of wishing for infinite wishes. Yeah, in future, people are going to have to say, what would you ask them? But you can't ask them to come on MDC.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you can't wish for infinite wishes.
No, you can.
Or it's like, do you know when you used to play and you'd be like, no, I'm invincible to that thing that you just hit me with. Everything else I'm not invincible to. Oh, you can't punch me. I'm invincible to punches.
And we're back on invincible again.
Yeah. I think I'm going to leave this one here, though, because I know Adam's got to shoot off a little bit shortly after. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I want to thank Adam for joining me on this, helping me get my mojo back a little bit with live streams. Hopefully there will be many more to come. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Adam, where can people find you?
Yeah, I have a channel. I'll promise to put some stuff up on there eventually. Yeah, Comic Bound, and yeah, I'm trying to do my next video is probably either going to be my way overdue haul that I've had filmed for ages, not edited yet, or I've been trying to do like a video where I review like 10 comics in a quick fire kind of way, like 10 completely different books. So it'll be one of those two on the channel next. So yeah, you can find me at Comic Bound on YouTube or Instagram. I'm on there a little bit as well, even though I'm a bit too old for Instagram, I feel like. So yeah, but yeah, thanks for having me on as always. It's been a lot of fun. Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully the MDC 8 will be next month. Adam, you are always welcome back. You are the best co-host that I could wish for. Like, you just make it so much fun every time we do a stream. Like, I enjoy streams with you more than I enjoy streams just on my own. So you are welcome back anytime that you want.
You say that, but I really want to see the interview you do for yourself about your Power Rangers book one day. That's a stream I'm hoping for. So
do you know what? It'd be funny if you were there and both the Marxes kept interrupting you because I'm really bad for it. Like, we both just keep interrupting everything you say. That's something that we'll definitely have to figure out. When Boom Studios lets me write a Power Rangers series.
Everyone get on at Russ Ritchie at Boom Studios. Please go hashtag him. We
need a catchy hashtag, so if anybody's got a good idea. Kate, I know Russ Ritchie follows you, so do me a solid, man. Let's get this Power Rangers book sorted. I'm not afraid to beg at this point. But yeah, there should hopefully be a video coming out soon. But there's a few videos that you can catch up on, including where to start on Superman, my most recent review on Black Widow. There should be a review on Harleen next week, and then me and Adam and myself, sorry, incorrect grammar. We should be doing a buddy read on Harleen, so definitely make sure that you're subscribed over on his channel so that you can be notified when that comes out. But yeah, thank you everybody for tuning in. I hope you have a great weekend, a great summer. Use the discount code WOOFWOOF for $2 off all your orders on organic price books. It really helps the channel. Thank you for everybody who's tuned in, everybody who's commented, especially to everybody who's donated. That goes a long way, so thank you for that. But until next time, whenever that might be, and Adam best say the WOOF as well, but make sure that you stay safe, stay reading the best books that you can find, and stay mad, all you dogs. Woof, woof.
Woof, woof.
See you in the next video.